Yes, let's move on to the session. So Kashu Certified Ethical Hacking Professional Part 1. So what we are going to discuss today, man? Let's see. Part 6, the information security and ethical hacking. We are going to see on 3 important concepts how a hacker works. So how a hacker is attacking. That is the first one, that is called a cyber kill chain concept. And the second one is like information security control. How we are going to control the hacking part, sir. And what are the standards and laws available to do some auditing. So these are the 3 areas we are going to see in this video. Let's move on. Okay, so what is the one we are going to see, man? Okay, so the first one is, as I told you, like a cyber kill chain concept. We talk about cyber chain kill concept. These are the steps a hacker will try to do it to kill the victim. So what are the steps, sir? The first step is called a reconnaissance. So the second one is weaponization. Third one is delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, actions on objective, target achieved, and cyber kill chain. So I found the targets and I'm using a weapon. So I'm going to deliver that weapon and I'm going to use the exploitation, the weakness of the system to enter and install, control it and attain your objective. The target is reached. So we reach the target and obviously you got succeeded. So these are the steps available. Let's see in detail. The first step is called reconnaissance. What is reconnaissance? Reconnaissance in the sense identifying the target, do some research, so see the weakness, see his strength, how we can attack everything. So we have to fix the target. That is, you're identifying the weakness of the target and fix it. Yes, we can go it. Yes, that is your reconnaissance. The second is weaponization. Now I'm going to attack it. How are you going to attack it, man? So I can create a virus, send through an email. So I can create a Word document, that is a virus. I created a PDF, that's a virus. So what kind of viruses or what kind of attack you are going to do it? So you're going to have, that is a weapon on the opponent. So that is called weaponization. And the third option is the delivery. Once the virus is ready, I decided like that is a target and I'm going to attack like this. Now we have to deliver it. Okay, so targets, this is a weapon, deliver it to the targets to attack them. So transmission of weapon to the target is the one that is called as delivery. So delivery is done. Now exploitation is the sense the weapon is placed, the virus is placed on the computer. It should get triggered. How we are going to trigger it to get activated? So the bomb, I got the bomb, it is placed in the place and it should get activated. I need a remote or something like that. A similar kind of activation you need to do is for that is called as exploitation. Once the virus is activated, it get installed or do some process so that it will be involved with the computer, with the target itself. That is how your installation works. So installation is done and the next one is like command and control. So I enter into it, I've executed it and it is ready to go. Now it is going to control the computers. Okay, control the victim. So command and control the victim. So that is the next step and finally we achieve the targets. Whether you want to delete the data, copy the data, whatever things you want, that's it, you have done it, man. So you have done the real hacking methodology. So these are the steps followed by a hacker and it is called a cyber kill concept. Okay, cyber kill concepts. Okay, anyway, like before going further on the next level, second part, here is my Insta account, Kashiv_Infotech. Okay, click that follow button and you can contact me at any time. Treat me as a brother. You can contact me anytime for any kind of guidance. I'm ready to help you. Okay, I'm looking for a message from you people. Okay, and my name is Venkat. Let's move on and here's my contact numbers. Security controls. So the hacking is done, sir. So obviously we need to secure it, sir. How we can secure it? So security is the next part we are going to see it. How we are going to control the hacking. So that is your security controls. The security controls in the sense, like here is the one. So we got the fifth one, compliance, technical, procedural, access control and physical control. These are the 5 different types of controls we can do it. The first one is physically controlling it. Hey, this is my room, you should not enter. This is my computers, you should not enter. My web server or website, you should not enter. Physically, we are going to control it. That is a physical control. And the second option is like the access control. Once the person is entered, I gave an access to enter, but he should not do some mischievous activities, people. So I need to restrict them. Okay, so I need to restrict it via the access controls. So he is a normal user. he is an admin user, so I can provide a specific access what that guy can do it. That is access control. The third one is procedural control. If you want to enter into my room, ask my security. If I want to enter into my office, ask my security. Something like that. I got a procedure to be followed. So once the procedure is there, you are able to restrict this kind of hacking methodologies on your computers. Okay, procedural control, and it's a technical control where we can design our system technically, creating encrypted passwords and everything, avoiding the people to enter into the system. If they entered, automatic SMS, two-factor recognition, two-factor authentications, something like that. You can have some technical options to restrict the hacking methodologies. And the final one is compliance control, the process. Every company should create a process to be followed. Once if you got a clear process, you are able to control any kind of hacking. So that is called as compliance control. You should have this compliance control. These are the 5 security controls we need to manage to secure your system. And here is the 8 essential security controls. We are able to check it out. You are able to see it here. So the first one is preventing the attacks. The attack should not come, man. So you can do some application whitelisting. Application whitelisting in the sense who can enter, who should not enter. I can have it. Patch applications, whatever bugs are there, whatever defects are there, everything can be patched. Configuring the products, some macros and other things. Use inbuilt macros or something like that. Use inbuilt functionality. Don't try to download some other external software which may create some problem. So authenticated softwares to be installed. User application hardening. So creating the application with a hardened system, high encryption system, no one can enter, something like that. We can have some hardening system. This is how you are able to prevent the attack and limit the extent of attack. Sir, once attack is happening, sir, but still I'm trying to limit it, sir. At least 100%, no, at least 5% I can reduce the impact, sir. So in that case, restricting the admin privileges, patching the operating system. So you can patch the operating system. So latest antivirus, everything will be there. Latest Windows update is good for the operating system, for the applications and everything. Multi-factor authentication. So once log in with the password, OTP, email or SMS or WhatsApp, send an OTP or something like that. So this is how you are able to limit the extent of the attack. And finally, so once the attack is done, I need to recover, sir. You can have some backups of the data. So daily taking the backup of data. Okay, that is how you are able to secure your system. And this is considered as security controls. Okay, these are the 8 essential security controls available. Okay, now let's talk about the final area that is called the cyber audits. What is cyber audits, sir? Every month there is an auditing, whether the process is correct, whether the computers are correct, whether any unwanted software in the computers, everything is audited by the cyber audit methodologies. Okay, cyber audit in the sense, as I told you, auditing the system, whether everything is good or not. If there is any problem, let's fix it. So establishing the security standards, enforce the regulations and best practices, and determining the security postures. These are the 3 things we are able to achieve with this cyber audit. And for that we need some standard, right? So there are some standards we must and we need to follow. And there are some security auditing standards the people are proposing. And I'm going to list down some of the security standards here. Okay, so for auditing, IFIAR, the International Forum of Independent Audit Regulators, they will define how an independent auditing can be done in a company. FASB, Financial Accounting and Standards Board, they will specify how the accounting and financial data and all the data can be audited in a public portion. That means private companies, this is public companies. PCAOB, Public Company Auditing Oversight Board. So how you can define a team to do this kind of auditing. Okay, so they are defining one head should be there should be some 2 subheads will be there should be an account guy will be there. So what kind of team you are able to build it to create an auditing team. And the final one is GAAS, Generally Accepted Auditing Standard. So these people created a standard of auditing. So auditing needs a person will come, he will inquire all the things and he will note down everything. What are the mistakes, fix it. How much time you are giving for them to fix that kind of mistakes. Everything is defined. So this is how your auditing standards will be there, and this is implemented in cyber audits. Okay, so it's time for me to enter into our technological session hacking tutorial, the 3 areas. So what are the 3 areas we are going to discuss now? Let's move on. So here is the first area. I'm going to talk about the footprinting, requirements enumeration, vulnerability analysis. These are the 3 areas I'm going to talk now. And here is my Insta account to contact me for any technology doubts or for any career informations, career updates or anything. Just contact me, treat me as a brother. Anytime I'm ready to help you. So this is my Insta account, Kashiv_Infotech. Click this follow button and contact me at any time. My name is Venkat and here is my contact numbers to contact me. Okay, footprinting. So reconnaissance is nothing but who is that victim? Who is the victim and what is the attack? I'm going to do it. Yes, I found the victim. And the second thing is like the hacker will try to identify in what way I'm going to attack this guy. I need to collect the basic information that is called the footprinting information of that particular user. So that is the one I'm going to do it. Okay, so here is the 3 important things the footprinting concepts will do it. The one is like collecting the basic information about the target. Once the information is collected, automatically the information can be on the information about the operating system, the technology use, the web server use, what is the platform it's running. Everything we are able to collect it, and automatically based on the weakness of the software and the operating system or the targets, they will identify the vulnerability and inject it using exploits. Okay, so getting this information is called as footprinting, collecting an information. Okay, so what is a threat, sir? So once the footprinting is done, the one is like social engineering. Once if they collect some information from you, automatically they are able to hack your Facebook accounts or social accounts or something like that. That is a threat, and they may attack your computers and the networks. So that is a major different attacks, and the information of yours is leaked. Maybe the company information is sensitive one. It will be giving a business loss. Okay, and it is like a corporate espionage. Corporate espionage is it is like a action taken on other company or something like that. So revenge on the other companies, and finally it will be a privacy loss for you people. Okay, so footprinting is the one which we need to resolve it once if we are able to identify there is a footprint happening on our account. Okay, here is my Kashiv_Infotech website. You are able to see the IP address of the company is found, the name of the technical contact and other guy is found, the admin contact is found, the address is found, the DNS server is found, the traffic rank is found, when the website is created, when it is updated, when it is expiring, everything is collected. That's how. So they will try to collect some basic information via the footprinting concept. Okay, so we should be really careful, and we have to block these informations from getting reaching others. There are 2 types of footprinting available. The one is passive, the other one is active footprinting. Passive footprinting in the sense, this is how it will be. Passive footprinting in the sense gathering the information without interactions. Say Kashiv_Infotech site, you collected some information without my knowledge. I'm the owner of the site, right? So collecting information about someone without interacting with them. And the recent trend is the interaction is more. Active footprinting becomes real famous now in the current market. What is active footprinting, sir? Active footprinting in the sense the people will try to collect the information by direct interaction. They will call you, they will talk to you, and they will try to collect some information while talking to you. Sir, your password or your debit card number, sir, your CVV number, sir, they will try to collect it telling the DA from the bank or something like that. So you should be really careful, people. So here is a methodologies the hackers are using it to collect those information. The first methodology is collecting the information via search engine, via Google and all. So just go to Google, search for Kashiv_Infotech, you'll be getting some information, right? So those kind of information, reporting from web services. So from the web related services, you are able to collect some information. You just go to like a Quora.com. I will be having some information. So many people will type about Kasha Infotech, maybe like from social webs, like web services, you are able to identify. Footprinting through social networking, you can check my LinkedIn. From LinkedIn, collecting Kasha Infotech company, from Facebook, from Insta account, from Twitter, getting some information about the company from the website. They will enter into Kasha Infotech website. They will collect all the information about the company. Where is the company? Yes, the contact us address is there, man. Email footprinting from the emails. The Venkat is sending an email from that one. Oh, this is the guy who is running the company, something like that. They will try to get some information. Email footprinting. Who is footprinting is the one which I shown you before. Collecting the DNS kind of informations. So DNS kind of informations, and DNS footprinting will have much more additional information. The IP address of the server, a website, the server name, where the website is located, when the website is created, updated, deleted, everything. So you are able to collect lots of information. Network footprinting, so collecting the network related informations. That is your network footprinting. And finally, you got your social engineering, calling you via SMS or via WhatsApp. They'll try to connect you and they'll try to grab some information via social engineering. This becomes real worse nowadays. Okay, so this is how the people will collect it. So I want to learn much more on this one, sir. Just go to wikitechie.com/tutorial/ethical hacking. Venkat, I have written articles. I put this link in the description. Please use it and get a lot of informations. So these are the contents you will be seeing it in your in this particular link. Okay, I'll put this one link in the description on the first comment. Okay, let's move on to the second area called enumeration. So finding the person, reconnaissance is done. From their footprinting is done. The third step is enumeration, collecting much more information about a person or about the website or about the victim. That is called as enumeration. So enumeration is the third phase of ethical hacking and penetration testing, and over here you are able to collect much more about the user, about the group, about the DNS information, about the routing tables, everything. That is how the enumeration starts. Here is the 5 types of enumeration attacks I am going to discuss now. So the 5 types of enumeration attacks are, okay, the 5 types of enumeration attacks are, so here is the first attack we are going to discuss. The one is DNS enumeration, collecting the domain name, service or server informations about the advanced information about a website. We will try to collect it. That is a DNS enumeration. The other one is SNMP or SMTP enumeration, collecting from the mail servers, from the networks. Okay, so SNMP is a simple network management protocol. SMTP is simple mail transfer protocol, collecting information from them. So that is another one. The other one is LDAP. Once enter into the website or enter the network, you are able to get the user details and modifying the user privileges. Lightweight directory access protocol. This is an advanced kind of hacking in the networking, okay, in the networks. Okay, and database enumeration is the worst part, where the hackers will try to fetch some information from the database. They may modify it, that's it, the data is gone. So you should be really careful on that. And the final one is NetBIOS. This is relevant to the networking concept, where NetBIOS is like the terminology or the tool used to hack the information from the network. Okay, these are the 5 different types of attacks that people will be doing it during the process of enumeration. Okay, so here is the example I'm trying to show you people. Okay, over here you are able to see enumeration to say a record for your website. There are very important records like a record, MX record, CNAME records, and a lot of records will be there. So this particular a record is very important for a website to redirect, registering with the World Wide Web and redirecting to the website. Okay, I put a lot of videos related to this one in my channel, so please go and watch it. Okay, you are able to see the a record is extracted from my website. This is called as enumeration, and you are able to see the MX record is extracted from my website. This is called as enumeration. Okay, these are some of the process used to access the content which is relevant to a website, which is not to be taken out. Okay, here is the URL. Just go here and you are able to see the textual information and more details on enumeration. Please watch it and enjoy my content. Okay, so I'm loading a lot of content, don't worry. So let's move on to the scope of cybersecurity specialist vulnerability analysis. Vulnerability analysis in the sense, so once the vulnerability is found, what you need to do it, sir? So here is the one. So once the vulnerability is identified, so you need to identify the vulnerability, and the second step is you need to find what is the risk of that vulnerability, sir. What is the risk of that risk? And find it, and afterwards from there do analysis on that, and finally you have to prepare the remediation, the recovering process from this vulnerability. This is how you need to prepare yourself. Okay, if you want to learn on the vulnerability analysis, go to the same link over here. Okay, scroll down, you are able to see the vulnerability analysis in ethical hacking here. Just click it, you are able to see the entire content, learn it, build your profile. Okay. So welcome to my video today, and it's my part 3 on Cashew Certified Ethical Hacking Professional. Okay, so here is the topics we are going to discuss. Are you ready? So here is the one. So these are the areas we are going to discuss now. Let's move on. Okay, yes. What is system hacking? System hacking in the sense the people will send some viruses, and this virus may enter into the victim and it will corrupt the system. That's where the system hacking starts. Okay, system hacking in the sense why system hacking is done. It will be like to ruin the victim's data by deleting the data. So to delete the data, or steal some files and files, or like stealing their username and password, stealing money and credit card details, victim information, selling this information to the third parties, creating traffic to shut down the website, like a denial of service attacks. So via this will be sending a lot of unwanted traffic and block the system and get access to the servers and manipulate the files. Okay, this is how the system hacking works. This is the ultimate intention of an hacker. Okay, so here is the one we are going to discuss what hackers do with system hacking. Okay, the first step is they will try to gain the access. They'll try to gain the access by getting the passwords, exploit the vulnerabilities. I got the virus, activate it, and physically they will try to gain the access. These are the things they will try to do it. And the next one is escalate the access. Once I got the I got a username, a normal user, enable him or make him as an admin, man, something like that. Okay, so exploit the internal systems. Okay, so by sniffing the systems, by using a spyware or social engineering, they will try to escalate the access and executing the apps into the system. So I'm trying to execute my virus into it. The Trojans or spywares or keyloggers or backdoors, or these are the areas. Hide your apps and access. So once I gain an access, escalate the access, execute the app and hide it. Okay, these are the steps done by the hacker. So they'll be using rootkits or alternative data streams, and finally cover your tracks. So remove all the tracks so that no one can find you, clearing the logs and clearing your path. This is how they will do it. So this is how a hacker will do while doing a system hacking. So enter, so gain an access, activate or increase the access, capability of the access, execute the apps, hide your apps and cover your track. Okay, this is how the steps started. Now let's talk about the gaining the access. Gaining the access in the sense, this is how grabbing the passwords. So by email or by hacking, somehow they will try to grab your password. By calling you, something like that, they will try to grab your passwords. Okay, and second thing is grabbing the password in the sense via the social engineering. By calling you, hey guy, can you tell me the password so that I'll try to help you, something like that. They'll try to break you people to get your password via social engineering, by talking to you, by taking your files or do something from your LinkedIn, Facebook, something they will do it. That is how they will do it. That is social engineering. The other one is eavesdropping, hearing secretly. So listening your conversation, somehow they will try to grab your password. And here is the one, brute force attack. So possible passwords, attack. Venkat. So password maybe Venkat 12, Venkat 123, 1234. So they will have the brute force attacks, and they will have so via various combination they will do it, and they will maintain a dictionary. From this dictionary they will try to do some alternatives to try to get the password. Okay, this is a kind of dictionary attack. So this is how the password attacks will be happening to gain the access. The first one is social engineering, by grabbing information somehow from you, or secretly they will try to grab it, or by a brute force attack they will try to get it, or by the dictionary attack they will try to get it. Okay, this is how the attack starts. Okay, and apart from that, so gaining the access can be achieved with exploiting the vulnerabilities also. So inject a virus and it will try to grab some information from that. Okay, exploiting the vulnerabilities. Exploit the vulnerabilities via the system vulnerability. Maybe the system is weak, man. The password is very weak. Then I can grab it, right? So using the system weakness, they'll try to gain the access. They'll try to enter, or it can be because of the social engineering, by talking to them, try to grab some information from them. Okay, so phishing, pretexting, baiting, or something like that, they will do it to try to grab the password of yours. Okay, this is how gaining access works. As I told you, exploit the vulnerabilities is of two things they can do it, either by system vulnerability or it can be via the social engineering. Okay, so now I gain the access. What is the next step, man? The next step is like escalate the access. Escalate in the sense like increasing the capability. Normal user to admin user. So increase the capability. That is called as escalating the access. So it is done by the exploiting the internal systems, trying to put a software or trying to execute a command to increase the capability of the user so that they can corrupt or they can do whatever things you want. That is what exploiting the internal system. The second one is spyware. Putting a software, it will spy and tell you what is the password. Okay, so without your knowledge itself, they'll try to grab the passwords from the browsers and they will send it to you. That is called as spyware. And the other one is like sniffing. Sniffing in the sense like entering into the network, whatever communication is happening in the network, they will try to grab it. Okay, so they will hack the network devices. And sniff in this is hearing. So monitoring the packets and try to sniff the data. Whatever passwords you're typing, they'll try to grab it. And the other one is social engineering. So you know it's social engineering in the sense like communication with the people to try to get some information and elevate the access. So elevation in the sense like it can be horizontal elevation or vertical elevation. Horizontal in the sense like I will try to create users with this account. So giving rights to another account is horizontal elevation. Vertical elevation in the sense like one user I'll try to give in-depth access. Another user same login in-depth access. That is how your escalating the access will be happening. Okay, so as I told you, escalating the access can be achieved with the four major things. One is exploiting the internal systems, and the second one is using spyware, and the other one is sniffing, and finally it is with the social engineering. Okay, so now I gain the access, escalate the access, and the other one is like executing the apps. Now I'm going to talk about the executing the apps. Executing the apps in the sense like using backdoor attack. Okay, so the software will be sitting back and it will try to get activated to execute the apps. So without the knowledge of the people, via the backdoor, the app will be getting executed. That is your backdoor attack. Or it can be using the keyloggers. Keyloggers, whatever you are typing, it will monitor the keyboard and get you the password, man. That is called as keylogger. Okay, so whatever keyboard strokes you are typing, it will try to grab it. The other one is trojans and spyware. Okay, so putting a virus or a spyware into the system to activate the apps. Gain the access, elevate the access, activate the app or execute the app. Okay, that is how. So these are the three things which you are able to use it to execute the viruses which you inject into the computer. The one is backdoors, the other one is keyloggers, and the third one is trojans and spyware. Okay, this is how they will try to execute the apps. Okay, as I told you, if we finish the executive apps, obviously we got hiding your apps or access. Now let's talk about the hide your apps or access. Hide your apps or access can be achieved with a very, very important area called rootkits. So it will act to the memory. It will act to the hardware, hard disk. It will corrupt the hardware. Rootkits won't work in the normal way. It will work with the operating system. It will work with the hardware, interact with the hardware. Okay, that's how the rootkits. Okay, and the other one is alternate data streams. Alternate data, there are some other alternative, they will try to use it to hide your apps. An app, they will use an app to hide another app. Something like that, they will try to do something to hide your apps. Okay, so as I told you, you got your alternative data streams, and the other one is rootkits to execute your apps. Okay, and let's move on to the next one. We are going to discuss about the cover your tracks. Cover your tracks in the sense, as I told you. So I entered into the house, I left, no knows. Okay, we should not have any proof. So they will try to clear the log files and logs. Very, very important, people. So logs in the sense like, so once if the user is entering, this is a user Venkat at this time, from this machine he tried to access this table and change the data. So they will have the logs. We need to clear that one. The hackers will try to clear the logs and clean their path, so that no one will find that this guy entered and he have done something great or something bad to the system. Okay, no one can find it. This is how they'll try to do it. So clean their path. Okay, so these are the steps available in system hacking. If you want to learn more on system hacking, I have written an article. Go to wikidata.com/tutorials/ethical hacking. Just scroll down to the bottom. You are able to see you are able to see over here system hacking. Just click it. You are able to see lots of contents. Please read it and learn as much as you can. Okay, let's move on. I'll put this link in the description. Now let's talk about how to prevent the system hacking. Okay, here is a solution. Use both way firewall. So activate your firewalls. So I'll talk about firewalls later. Update the operating system for better patches. Avoid questionable web. Don't enter into the unwanted sites. Use antivirus with the latest patches. Increase the browser security. So browser should be secure. Okay, security settings, everything pakka. So download record software from trusted sites. Don't download any software from untrusted sites. So open only the safer mails. Okay, and check sites for HTTPS. So HTTP Kashiinfo, don't open it. HTTPS Kashiinfotech.com, yes, open it. So check for the site whether it is HTTPS or not, and delete the messages which you suspect it as spam. Don't open it, and only use genuine softwares. Don't use the pirated one, because via that one they will try to enter the system. Okay, these are the solutions to prevent your system hacking. Okay, let's talk about the malwares. System hacking is done with these kind of malwares, people. So we need to stop this malware. Here is the malwares are available. One is viruses. Viruses are nothing but it is a different file which will corrupt the system, which will do some mischievous thing to the computers. Whereas the worms is like similar kind of viruses, but it will spread like anything. Without any human interaction, it will spread like anything and disturb the computers. And Trojans are they will be looking like a good file, but it is a bad file. Okay, so Trojans are the worst, and it is designed to disrupt and steal your data. And ransomware is another one where they will try to hack the system for money. And the botnets, they'll try to attack the system automatically, try to grab informations. The next one is adware, where adware is used via the advertisements. They will try to hack your system. Spyware is used to spy your computers. Rootkits are there. Rootkits are they will try to enter into the hardware and they will try to hack your computer's memory and hardware. That's how your rootkits works. Oh, it is reversing. Even I am not aware of this one. Okay, that's good. So we have seen viruses, worms, Trojans, ransomware, botnets. So we've seen adware. So the advertisements will be there. On clicking that advertisement, it will go to the wrong site. Adware is a virus. Spyware is another thing. As I told you, spyware will monitor your system. Rootkits, it will affect your hardware. Malvertising and fileless malware. Malvertising in the sense a malware given as an advertisement to you. So website owners will try to put that advertisement, but it is a malware and they will try to hack your website. And fileless malware is a kind of a malware. It is not a file. Why the scripts or something like that, they will try to inject your computers. Okay, this is how your malwares are. Okay, so let's move on, I think. Okay, the design is awesome and even I enjoyed it. Okay, so let's move on here. If you want to learn about more on malwares, just go to wikidata.com/tutorials/ethical hacking. So under that you are able to see malware here. Just click that link. You are able to see the malware content and everything over there. So start learning it and build your profile. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to sniffing. Sniffing in the sense hearing something from others. In your network, they'll try to sniff the data. So the network packets, they'll try to grab the information. That is called as sniffing. Okay, so capturing the informations or packets. Okay, you are able to see the data is sniffed from here, the communication is happening here and it is sniffed over here. So that is called as sniffing. Okay, so if you want to learn about sniffing, like you are able to go there, like wikidata.com/tutorials/ethical hacking. So I given a detailed description with some of the additional information, practical things I have loaded here in sniffing. Okay, over here you are able to see it here, sniffing. This is your sniffing areas. Okay, yes, I think let's move on to the denial of service. The denial of service is attacking from multiple computers. Okay, so that is called disturbing the people so that no one can, the genuine user can't access. That is called a denial of service attacks. You are able to see the hacker via different machines and other things. They will try to hack the server so the genuine user can't access. These are all the genuine users, and this guy is the hacker. So sending lots of requests and disturbing the server so genuine requests can't get processed. That is called as denial of service attack. Okay, and we need to have, like, the cyber security people should have a capability to resist this kind of denial of service attacks, and only legitimated or genuine users can enter into the system. Okay, this process called denial of service attacking from multiple locations, that is called distributed denial of service attacks. That is a bit more advanced. To learn about much more on denial of services, just go to this link, wikidata.com/tutorials/ethical hacking. Just scroll down, you'll be having denial of service attacks. So just go there and start learning this denial of service attacks. Okay, so this is like I'll put this link in the description. As usual, the same dialogue. The next one is session hijacking. What is session, sir? See, Venkat is there. I logged into my Gmail. Okay, so I clicked my inbox. My Venkat inbox is coming. I click my sent item. Venkat sent item. How Gmail knows like Venkat is there over there, sir? So they will maintain a session. Something, a link between me and the server. That is called a session. If someone take that session, copy that session, they will be getting my inbox. That is called a session hijacking. You are able to see. So between this is a guy and he's a host server with the session ID of this password, this guy to access. This guy and the hacker will try to take this password and he will use that one to hack it. That is called as session hijacking. Okay, if you want to learn about session hijacking, I put that one in the link. Just check it out. I messed it out. Okay, over here I got the firewall. What is firewall, sir? Unwanted requests don't come in, sir. So that is called intrusion detection system. Intrusion, virus are entering detection system, and this can be avoided with a fantastic guy called a firewall. Okay, here is the firewall. You are able to see from the public, I'm getting authorized traffic entered. Unauthorized, firewall will block it. Malicious activity, intrusion detection system will find, and intrusion prevention system will block it, the malicious activity. Finally, viruses, antivirus will block it. So we, as a computer, you should have a firewall, intrusion detection systems, intrusion prevention systems, and the antivirus. So this is how they will try to, a cyber security guy should have to prevent the hacking into the system. To do much more better, safer side, they'll be using this honeypot or honeynet servers. Okay, this is my, via the internet, via entering into the company, you'll be having the honeypot servers. I'll show you the honeypot servers here. Here is the one. So this is my internal networks. Okay, here is the server, and here is a firewall. They will have the honeypot server. Okay, so it will have the virtual trap to lure the attackers. So the attackers will think that this is a server, and this is a server. They will try to attack this server, but this is a genuine server. Okay, and this server will grab all the informations and they will try to identify what is the attack and they will try to resolve it. This is a duplicate. So I got this mask like this, and you'll be seeing this guy. Okay, are you able to understand? So I got a mask. Yeah, I'll have this one. I got a mask like this. Okay, this is kind of an honeypot server. Okay, so masking these servers. Okay, if you want to learn about it, just go to this link. Okay, just go to this link. Okay, just scroll down. Scroll down, you are able to see the session hijacking over there. Okay, session hijacking. Okay, so yes, session hijacking. So start learning these things. Very, very important, people. Just start learning this one. Okay. Okay. This is called session hijacking. The other one is social engineering. What is social engineering, sir? Social engineering are nothing but by creating a duplicate page and so you can see this guy created a duplicate page, try to grab the username and password by sending a WhatsApp message or calling them and cheating them, or they'll try to threatening you. They'll try to grab the information. So this is called a social engineering. Social engineering. Your friend send you a strange message. So he's a hacker. Your emotions are highlighted. 20,000 rupees they are paying you. They are giving you for award. 20,000 rupees. I click it. The request is urgent. It is very urgent. Your computer is getting hacked. Please click this link. So you want this much money, man. You'll be receiving help you didn't ask for. So they will be telling you sir, if you need help, please contact us. Something like that they'll try to give. The sender can't prove their identity. So these are the tactics they will try to use it to cheat you. So you should be really careful with this social engineering. Duplicating the website, spear phishing. Okay, so they'll try to send you mails or something like that. Via calls, they will try to grab they will try to get your credit card numbers and something like that, and they will have smishing. So via SMS, they will try to send some phishing emails, mining the social media, trying to grab your personal details. So these are the way of attackers. They will try to attack your system. Okay, to learn about this one, go to wikidiki.com/tutorial/ethical hacking. Just scroll down. Social engineering is there. Just go and learn it. Okay, social engineering content I put it. Please check it out. So what is an application? So application in the sense the user is accessing something. It is useful for the end users. That is called as an application. Gmail is a web application. Facebook is a web application. I went to Apollo medical store. They are giving a bills or something like that. That is a application, a medical store application. So if it is a web application, I got the data which is stored in the client and it is accessed, which is stored in the server and it can be accessed by the client. We got the client and a server model, and it is available in the web. That is called as web client and web server. A web server is one which will store the data somewhere. So from the browsing center, a user is accessing a server, and from the server it will access the database. That's how the functionality is. The person who is holding everything, the Gmail holding the website, gmail.com, from somewhere the website is coming, man. That place is called as web server. Okay, web server. So as I told you, the user, the client is interacting with the internet, and via the internet they are accessing the web server to retrieve the data. This is how the entire functionality is. So based on this, I'm trying to create a picture for you, man. So you got your Gmail client. That website is stored in Gmail server, and the database is stored in Gmail databases. So it is in web client, web server, and web databases. This is how, and everything is happening via the internet. Okay, over here, what are the files available, sir? The web server is holding the files, which is nothing but your server files. And over here you got the client files. The client files are HTML for designing it, for coloring it CSS, and for doing validations you need JavaScript. Okay, you need JavaScript. And from there, the username and password, I took it and I sent to the database. So and the mid person is called as the server, and it is kind of if it's a PHP website, you'll have PHP for that. So if you are able to hack this guy, you are able to access the database. That's how the hackers will try to do it. Okay, they will try to hack this server. They will try to hack these files. We are going to discuss on two areas. One is how the people are hacking this server, and how they are going to hack this PHP file. That is one we are going to see now. Okay, so now you are able to understand, right? So you got the client and you got the client files. The user is typing something in the client file, and the data is taken. The username and password is taken by the server, took to the database, and inbox is packed and give it back to this guy. So that's the scope of the web server. Okay, so now the hacker will try to attack the web server. Here is the topics. Here is the way of attacking the web servers. They will try to do it. The one is default settings. Every server will have a default settings. They will try to attack the default settings, because once the computer is installed, you don't. No, I got my Android phone. First time installing, no password, man. You have to set the password. So that is the default settings and default account. See, I got my MySQL installed. The default username and password is root and the password is empty. Simple. If you leave that one, they will attack you. Okay, so we have to take care of this default accounts and everything. Misconfiguration. So if improperly, if the server is configured, it will be attacked. And the software vulnerability, the software which is available in the server, and the server is itself the problem, man. It is got vulnerability now. They will get attacked. Lack of security policy and procedures. Normal user should not have an admin account, man. Admin access, man. So you have to check out the privileges and everything. So lack of security policies, bad hygiene and backup. So considering it is hacked, my server is hacked, man. And you should be really careful. Like, you should have some backup, man, to restore it. So you should have the backups and everything. And finally, content management system. Content management system in the sense, like considering a Facebook or something is there. Okay, they will have the default username and password, default URLs and everything. So you should be really careful with that. So why that one? Because they know the way they can easily enter. So you should be really careful in tracking down and resolving these stuffs. Okay, the thing is, like, now we'll talk about the types of web servers. We talk about the types of web servers. The one is like your Apache. Apache is the main server that people are using for PHP and for Java also they are using. Even for Python programming also they are using this Apache. Okay, and the second one is Microsoft Internet Information Services, Microsoft IIS. Microsoft IIS in the sense, this guy, Microsoft IIS, this guy is trying to host a .NET based web projects, and other will have Tomcat and Tornado and other servers for Java and other technologies. And Nginx is really famous now. If you are having a huge website, obviously we need a powerful web server. Nginx will provide that one. Like YouTube and all, live streaming, man, is very tough. Your Nginx will play a very important role. If we talk about the how much a percentage, it got 65% occupying, 20%, 3% and 12% of occupying is done. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the so you just contact us. We are ready to help you to get your job, people. Get trained from us. I will take care of you. Let's move on to part 4. Lots of areas we are going to discuss. Come on, man. Let's see. So here's my Insta account. Okay, you can contact me at any time. I'm ready to help you, people. So here's Insta account. Click this follow button. Contact me via these numbers also. And my name is Venkat. I'm looking for a message. I'm ready to respond to you, people. Send me the message. I'm ready to respond you now. Okay, I'm ready to respond you. Okay, what are the types of attacks done on a web server? The first one is denial of service attacks. What is denial of service? The people will try to attack you. Okay, so I went to a shop. I'm not going to buy anything. Just disturbing the guy not to serve others, man. That is called denial of service attack. Okay, now making them busy, not responding to genuine users. Domain hijacking. So domain, like instead of this domain, I'm ready to request to some other domain. Brute force login, trying different passwords and attack that guy. Direct to transversal, entering into the server, trying to take the folders and files of the servers, and you'll be having buffer overflow, memory. So attacking the memory, that is called as buffer overflow. And finally, you got your command execution, sending remote commands to hijack the system. So these are the varieties of 6 attacks can be done on this server. The first one is denial of service attack. What is a denial? So these are all genuine users and this is a fake user. This guy is holding everything and this guy couldn't access it. That is how the denial of service attack happened. So the second thing is you are able to see. So hacking their DNS servers so that instead of going to the genuine website, moving the request to the malicious website. This is how the people will do it. That is called domain hijacking. Brute force, trying different passwords, different all possible combination so that I'm trying to attack the system. That is called brute force login. And the other one is you got a direct to transversal. So trying to hack the files and folders of the server. Okay, this is one of the powerful attack. And over here you'll be having buffer overflow, making the memory blast, filling the memory and making the memory confused. That is called as buffer overflow. And command execution, sending remote commands to do some process on the server. So injecting some commands and making this, disturbing the server. That's how it is called as command execution. So you may ask me a question, how to resolve this one, sir? These are the possibility of safeguarding your web servers. That is called as countermeasures. Now I'm going to talk about the countermeasures. Over here, software patches. So latest patches to avoid hacking and all can be done over here. Software patches, server and software monitoring, hardening, trying to give the powerful hard password, man, so that no one can hack it. Vulnerability scanning for vulnerability. Is there any possibility of vulnerability, man? Checking out everything. Firewalls, checking out, like, it's a setting the program so that no one can send anything outside and no one can enter inside. For setting firewall, restrict remote admin. No, from the remote no one can access. Restricting the remote administration possibilities. Change the default settings. The default settings is there. I need to change it. Setting the, like, having the same password, something like that, or like you should not avoid everything. Penetration testing. So trying to check the system so that no one can enter, or you just check it out like a hacker. Check it out whether is there any possibility of entering. Constant vigilance, checking out regularly, is there any problem. So you should be really careful in monitoring and vigilant, checking out very vigorously so that there should not be any attack. These are the possibilities of safeguarding your web servers. So personally, I have written lots of information in this particular article. Just go to this particular link. I'll put this one in the description and first comment also. wikidiki.com/tutorial/ethical hacking. Okay, just scroll down. Hacking the web servers. Just click this one. You are able to see it here. The hacking the web servers will have lots and lots of information like this. Okay, just learn everything. So I'll be loading a lot of content also here. Please go to this link and learn. Okay, let's move on to the next area. So hacking the web application. So website is there, in the, like, the server is there and that website is there. I will hack that website, man. How to hack the website? Let's see. Okay, hacking the web applications. What are the possibilities of hacking the web application can be done? What is the vulnerability available, man? What is the loophole to hack your web applications? The vulnerabilities. One is XSS, cross-site scripting, information leakage, weak authentication, CSRF, okay, and predictability of secure interfaces, SQL injection, insecure session handling, poor development practices, and not validating the untrusted data. These are the 9 possibilities of attacking. So attacking and vulnerabilities available. The first one is cross-site scripting, sending a script via the text box, via the search button, somewhere trying to, via the URL, sending the script and try to inject into the server. That is called as cross-site scripting. Okay, cross-site scripting. Okay, wow. And the second was information leakage, trying to gather some information about the website. What are the pages available? Okay, what are the folders available? What are the files in the folders? Trying to grab that information. That is called as information leakage. From there we are able to attack it. Weak authentication. What's the name, man? Venkat. So maybe this guy's username is password is Venkat. It's logged in. Weak authentication. Don't have a weak authentication, man. Have some very strong username and password. Okay, cross-site request forgery. Cross-site request forgery in the sense like the attacker will be like sending some emails to the victim. He will send some emails to the victim, and the victim will try to click that email. That is a malicious website. Thinking that ICICI.com, this is ICICI.com. Okay, so malicious site, this guy unknowingly entering into the site, giving the username and password. This username and password is taken by the attacker and he will enter into the genuine website. That is called as cross-site request forgery. Okay, the user will try to attack the websites to try to grab some information about maybe like the session, the cookies, or any information about the user to attack the site. Okay, predictability of secure interfaces. See, actually you can see I gave the username and password, click the login button, mobile is there, they're coming up. If the mobile is with me now, then I can hack your machine, hack your account. No. So we should have notification. You need to unlock the mobile, then only you can see the notification, the OTP, passwords and everything. Trying to secure the interface is very, very important, man. So predictability of secure interfaces, we should be really careful. SQL injection. So putting the passwords, so putting some informations and trying to use SQL weakness to enter into the system. That is called as SQL injection and insecure session handling. See, Venkat is there. I'm trying to give my username and password. Inbox is coming to me. I click my sent item is coming to me. To between the Gmail and the users, you will have a number called, something is there between the Gmail and the user. That is called a session. If someone take this, a token. If someone take that one, they can access my inbox, man. That is called session. So session handling, session hijacking will be done. We should be really careful. And writing poor coding practices, a improper developer, something like that, gone. Your entire system is gone. So you should be really careful. And finally, like considering my mobile number is there, instead of the number, this guy is giving special. Why this guy is giving special character? You have to validate it. Validating the untrusted data is very, very important. If you're not validating, then it's a big problem happen. Okay. So what kind of attacks the people are doing? It's like obviously denial of services. I have shown you, and SQL injection is another attack. Brute force login, and you got an XSS, you got a CSRF, you got a form tampering. So giving lot of informations in the form and confusing the form, that is called form tampering. Buffer overflow, so giving more informations and making your memory blast, that is a buffer overflow. Poor error handling. If there is any error, it should be handled properly. So incorrect MySQL, oh, database MySQL, so you are able to understand, you are able to analyze it, and session hijacking. These are the way and methodologies of attacks happen on the server. Okay, over here, like this, I personally written this article. Just go to wikidiki.com/tutorial/ethical hacking and start learning as much as you can, people. Okay, just scroll down. You are able to see the hacking web application. Click it, and you are able to see lots of content. Just go there and learn as much as you can. What else we are going to see, man? SQL injection. SQL injection in the sense, as I told you, like via the SQL, they will try to identify the weakness and try to inject. That is called as SQL injection. Okay, so you are able to see it here. The username is this one. Something I'm trying to give the something to identify the weakness of the SQL and try to inject. You are able to see the username is Srinivas. The password is my password. Select star from users. This is a query SQL created in the backend, in the server. The user equal to Srinivas and password equal to this one. So identifying the weakness, they are trying to give some other nonsense one here. You are able to see it here. Trying to hack the system where user ID equal to empty R 1 equal to R equal to 1 equal to 1, right? They will try to use this weakness of the database, try to inject into the system. That is called as SQL injection. If you want to learn more on the SQL injection and other things, go to wikidiki.com/tutorials/ethical hacking. In this area, just scroll down to the bottom. You are able to see lots of information about the SQL injection. Start learning that one. Yeah, over here you got the SQL injection. Start learning this one and build your profile. Okay, so yes, let's move on to the next area. Where is the next area, man? I'll put this link in the description. Okay, don't worry. Hacking wireless components. This is the fourth area we are going to discuss now. So hacking the wireless components. What are the components? See, actually, like this is called as access point, the router or the modem. So like over here, if the user is accessing the modem wireless, and transferring some data, that information can be eavesdropped, heard by like some people, or it can be like hacked by the Trojans, or via the spam emails or something like that. The people try to identify this kind of precious information, people. Okay, so wireless attack is one of the most worst attack. We should be really careful. What are the concepts we should think about, learn in wireless? Extension to the wired LAN. So I got the wire to connect the computers. Instead of the wire LAN, I'll go with the wireless LAN. The second one is like access point, the modem or the router which is giving my internet access is called as access point. Hotspot, how much the area is covered, that is called a hotspot. Line of sight, in the sense direct connectivity. The wireless is directly connected to a particular device, that is called line of sight. These are the very important concepts you should understand in wireless. And the wireless standards we should understand. So every time they'll try to improvise the standard of the wireless computing. The latest one is 802.11ac. And this is the previous one which is supporting 300. So this is supporting GBBS. This guy N is supporting 300 Mbps up to. G is supporting to 54 Mbps. B is supporting 2.4 GHz, and this is a very standard one, startup one. Okay, so step by step the encryption standard is improvised, and apart from that the speed of the data is getting improvised. Okay, this is the wireless standards. And if we talk about the encryption standards, we'll talk about those things later. Now we'll talk about the wireless component. We talk about wireless, what are things, sir? Sir, I connected to the network, sir. That is SSID. SSID. And over here, I got another guy, sir. BSSID, sir. What is a BSSID, man? BSSID in the sense the MAC address of the device. SSID is the connectivity, and BSSID is the to whom I am connect. In mobile you got your IME number, right? Similarly, a router or a modem will have this BSSID. And if there is no password, it is open. If there is a password, it is encrypted. And if the password is very weak, then it is called a shared key. And if someone is the third party authenticating it, then it is called as authorized services. So these are the key terminologies and components of a wireless. Now let's talk about the authentication mechanism, how the data is encrypted. Over here, if we talk about the encryption authentication methodologies, over here you are able to see it here. This one is a smaller guy, from there big. These are the highest secure one. Now the security is like a combination of WEP and WPA. So they combined it, made a highest encryption data. So while transferring the data, the wireless data is secured via these encryption algorithms. Okay, what are the possible attacks can be done on the mobile? So that's the one we are going to see now. So what are the possible attacks? If we talk about the possible mobile attacks, the possible mobile attacks are like sending a malware. So injecting a malware so that a virus will inject that apps will be a Trojan apps, or it will modify the operating system. Okay, what is a Trojan app, sir? Looks like a genuine app, but it's a debugger, a Trojan app. Okay, fake app. So that is called as like a Trojan app. So you got that. If your virus is injected, your malware is injected, it becomes a virus. So maybe like because of the Trojan apps, it will get affected, or through the OS modifications, it happened. And the other one is like via the possible mobile attacks can be done via the data loss. The possibility is data loss. So obviously, because of the application installed, it got a lot of vulnerability. Based on that, the data will get lost. Because so the man in the middle attack, okay, the person will be trying to sniff the passwords. Okay, so or they will theft the data. This is also the way of attacking the data loss. And finally, it's because of the mobile attacks. There is a problem with the privacy of data. The apps will be getting modified, and they will try to take information about you, the geolocations or the passwords, anything they will take it. So injecting the malwares or data loss, or it can be like a privacy loss, something they will do it. So these are the possibility of mobile attacks. So how I can secure it, sir? These are the possibility of securing it. So mobile device management, unwanted apps should not put it. Only best apps should be placed, and we should have a physical security. Lock the devices. So IME blocking. So like once the mobile is stolen or something like that, block the IME numbers or something like that. And finally, use Find My Phone kind of apps to remotely wipe it. Okay, or find the location of the mobiles. So something like these are the possibility of securing your mobile from the hackers and attackers. Okay, and I've written a lot of things, informations in this particular tutorial. Just go to wikitechie.com/tutorials/ethical hacking. Okay, just scroll down. Okay, once over here you go hacking wireless networks. Just come here, just scroll down. You are able to see a lot of information. Start learning this one. Okay, what else we are going to see it here? So this is the final area we're going to talk about, is encryption. What is encryption? Encryption in the sense like securing a data by like a converting into a different format, that is called as encryption. So you are able to see, I want to like send a data. In that case, the data is like a key. The data is encrypted using a key so that others can't access it. They won't understand what it is. This is the encrypted data which is sent to the destination. So the destination, like they will use this key to open it to see your actual data. This is how the encryption and decryption is happening. Okay, encryption is converting into a complex thing, and decryption is like from the complex getting the original thing. Okay, if both the people are using the same key, then it is called as symmetric encryption. Same key. So encrypt key, the same key I'm using it to decrypt it. That is called as symmetric encryption. Over here, if you have a different key, then it is called as asymmetric encryption. Over here, this guy is using a public key to encrypt. Over here they are using some private key, a different key, but you got the data. Then it is called as asymmetric encryption. So hope you got a lots of idea, and I've written a practical. I'm trying to show you a lot of information in my website. Just go to wikitechie.com/tutorials/ethical-hacking. Just scroll down. You are able to see the cryptography here. Just go there, learn as much as you can. The first thing is like we should understand what is IoT, Internet of Things. Internet of Things in the sense like connecting a device via the internet. Via the internet, that's called as Internet of Things. See, you can see it here. There is a washing machine. Okay, and there is a remote. Venkat in India, and you got your washing machine in America. You got your washing machine in US. Okay, there is a device which will take the input from the remote and it is feeding into the internet, a cloud server. From the cloud server, a device is there, it is taking out and it is controlling a washing machine in America. So from India, if I'm able to control your things in somewhere in via the internet, that is called as Internet of Things. IoT. This is the #1 technology in the world and it is trending. So if you build your profile in IoT, you will be a specialist. Okay, IoT in the sense like these are the key terminologies. So what is the futures of IoT, sir? Any devices we can control, anybody can do it, from anywhere you are able to do it, and you can use it in any business via any network at any time. That is the greatest advantage of the Internet of Things. So if we talk about the key terminologies over here, device connection. What are the devices we are going to use it to connect it, sir? That is called as device connection. Data sensing. So I'm sensing some information. I press one remote. The AC will be connected with the one like a speed. 2 button. The AC is connected with the 2 button. Something like that. Data sensing. And how the communication is happening. Because I'm in India, the device is in America. So obviously how the communication is happening and what is the data analytics I'm going to do it. So we can do analytics on the data. What is the thing he is going to press? So you are able to predict something, including some artificial intelligence. That's how you can do it. Data value. What is the action this guy is going to do? And what is the benefit for the human? A human value. If you're able to cover everything, your IoT is ready. So these are some of the key terminologies we should understand about IoT. Now let's talk about the 6 ways of hacking in IoT. What are the 6 ways, man? Let's move on and let's talk about it. Let's move on. The 6 ways of hacking in Internet of Things, IoT. Let's move on. That's what is it. The first hacking technique is botnet. Botnet is nothing but I created a computer program hitting the computers continuously, sending some empty packets, disturbing the people. That's how they will do it. This is the first way of attack. The people will do it. The second way is like botnets can be classified into different ways. So sending a spam emails, sending a lot of spam emails, making them to click it, tempting the user to click it. That is one way. And the other one is like creating a malware. So creating an viruses and sending the viruses into the computer and infect the computer, from that try to take some data. And the third one is denial of services, hitting it continuously, hitting the person continually and disturbing them. Denial of services, making them not to do the services. That is called denial of services. This is the ways of botnets that people will do it. And the other way is MITM. So man in the middle attack. Okay, I'm sending a message to my friend. and that is an intermediate person will collect that information, and they will do a spam message to him and collect some information. A man in the middle, he will grab all the information, a genuine data information. So here is the one. So you are able to see it here. So A is the one browser. A is the person. From the A in the person, like from this guy took the key, B took the key, and B will access this server with that. So man in the middle attack. So this is one of the most vulnerable attacks, so we should be really careful. So over here, so you are able to see here, the intruder will be sending like a message, like Alice. Alice is the person, Alice and Bob is friends. Instead of Alice, the intruder will be fabricating like Alice. Okay, so like this girl, he will create a message, send to Bob and cheat Bob and grab some information. Hey Bob, how are you? I'm Alice here. So can you give me your password? So like a trusting Alice, like a Bob will send a message to this guy. And this guy is called as intruder. And this is called a man in the middle attack. So this is how the hacking will be happening with the IoT devices. Identity theft. Okay, you may ask me a question, sir, how come this is like identity theft or this kind of attacks is happening? From here, I'm pressing a remote and it is connecting an AC. Now in the mid, there is a man in the middle. He will collect that information and he will give fake information to the devices and make the devices running in an abnormal way. That is how it happens. Okay, and this is another one, identity theft. So getting the information upon an individual person. That is called identity theft. And identity theft is associated with the data theft. So getting the passport information, the PAN card information or some other information, from there they will try to grab some other information. Okay, so like I got my like a bank, I'm via online banking, I'm talking to the bank personality, and they will ask, can you share me this password? Can you tell me what is this one? For authentication. Once if you tell the answer, then they will give all the information to us. So the intermediate people will try to get all this information. This is how your identity and data theft will happen. And this is the fifth way is like a social engineering. Collecting information from a mobile, from the computers, or somehow they will try to collect some information about the devices and how to control it. Okay, and this is the final way of attack that people will do it. Social engineering, as I told you, with the different types of attacks they will be trying to use it. Can be a phishing, so via like creating fake websites. Wishing, via the phone calls they will try to like capture like sir, I'm from ICICI Bank. No, that guy is not from an ICICI Bank. Via the spywares, via the wires, so viruses. Smishing, sending SMS from that, click this link to do something. So you got the password reset, click this link. You got 10,000 rupees as cash prize, click this link. So that is smishing. Okay, and spammers, sending emails and other things. This is how the hackers will try to attack the IoT devices and general kind of attacks. On the other hand, you got the seventh way, that's advanced, these are additional things. I told about 6, but I got some another 2. So advanced persistent threats. So your device or your computer will have some inbuilt problem. Utilizing that problem and try to attack the system is called advanced persistent threats. And over here, this is the final one, ransomware. So injecting the viruses and asking, encrypt everything, and if you want to decrypt it, just pay me some money. Okay, so malfunctioning the devices, and to revert it back, you need to pay some money. This is how the IoT hacking will be happening on the systems. So we'll talk about the safety measures in IoT hacking. Sir, my devices are getting hacked, sir. How I can safeguard my devices? So here is the 6 ways of safeguarding your IoT hacking. The first way is like changing the default router settings. So everything is via the internet. So you need to you will be having the routers. So default passwords, default settings. So avoid that one. So change the passwords and enable it, encryption methodologies, everything. Try to change everything in the routers so that the internet cannot be accessed. The devices cannot be accessed. Disconnect the IoT devices when they are not needed. So once my AC is connected, everything is running. So tonight, I'm leaving home, so don't connect the device, don't maintain the connectivity. So disconnect it wherever you want and when you want. That is the second way of preventing the IoT hacking. So picking a strong password. Okay, do not overuse it. So you should have a very strong password, people. So that's one thing. And apart from that, don't use the same password. My mother name, my father name, my daughter name, my sister name, something like that. Your name or your date of birth. So have some very strong password. And apart from that, like using the password, like have some multi-factor authentication. So not only like the passwords, maybe sending in like an OTP to my SMS, to my mobiles, OTP to my WhatsApp, or fingerprint recognition, iris recognition, something like that. And additional factor recognitions, authentication will avoid this kind of hacking techniques. And the fifth way is like avoiding the USB. So you should be really careful while using your like a USBs and all. Okay, don't like if it is a confidential laptops or confidential computers, avoid these USBs. Okay, so via the USB, they will try to hack your computers by sending viruses. And apart from that, keep your software and firmware, and apart from that, antivirus, everything updated. So that if there is a new virus coming, the antivirus patches will be there, and they will find this kind of viruses. So these are the 6 ways of avoiding this IoT hacking. You may ask me a question, sir, I want to become like a cybersecurity specialist. How can I do it? I'll tell you. Okay, so here is the content of IoT hacking. I've written technical content in my website. Just go to wikidigi.com/tutorials. Over here you go to IoT hacking. Just click that one. I'll put this link in the description. Just scroll down. You are able to see lots of tools available, like how to do a lot of how the hackers are doing IoT hacking. So I got some tutorials and tools and everything. Just check it out. You'll get a lot of ideas. Okay, let's move on. I'll put this one in the link in the description and also in the first comment. Okay, so here is the one. So here's the second area we're going to talk about. What is cloud, sir? I got this server. I stored all the data in the server. That's awesome, man. Okay, so I don't know how to maintain the server, sir. Maintaining the server is very tough, sir. Can I have the server somewhere? Can I use it, sir? Yes. So renting the technology. So putting your data somewhere, that is called as cloud computing. You can see it here. Your computer is connected to the internet and the server is somewhere. That is called as cloud computing. This is one of the trending awesome technology. You can learn it. You may ask me, what are the types of cloud computing is there, sir? So cloud computing in the sense like the first one is like renting the server. I want to rent the server, sir. That is called infrastructure as a service. I want to rent an operating system, sir. Platform as a service. I want to rent an software, sir. Software as a service. I want to rent a security as a service. Predominantly like these 3 areas, IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. These are the major cloud computing types in the markets. Let's move on to the individual areas of how this cloud is. Okay, the first thing is like I want to develop a small project. So this is a computer I got. 3 GHz, 256 SSD hard disk. You got a 4 GB of RAM. We got a Windows 10 operating system with the Java project, and database is Oracle. That's awesome, man. So like I want multiple computers to be connected. So I got my Oracle somewhere in a common place. Okay, you got the computers and the Oracle is installed in this particular server. It becomes a client and a server technology, and this is called as a database server, and it is Oracle database server. Okay, the next level is like, sir, I don't want to maintain this database server in my computer, sir. My office, sir. Can I have it in the remote servers? So renting the Oracle server. So renting the software. So via the internet, if I'm installing a software, Oracle in a server and renting this software. So Kasha Infotech company rented Oracle database software. That is called as software as a service. So renting the software. Okay. The next scenario is like, here is a scenario. So I got the same project. I'm going to do it. Now, the operating system uses Windows 7. That's awesome, man. So now the client is asking like, hey, Venkat, you need to do it in Windows 10. So Windows 7, I got the project in Windows 7. I want to check in Windows 10. In that case, I need to buy a Windows 10 operating system, put in the laptop, and I need to do it. But I don't have money. I don't want to waste my money for this particular project, man. So in that case, I can go for renting the platform. So I will be renting the Windows 10. Put the project, install Java, install Oracle, whatever software you want, because the platform is for you. The operating system is there for you. Okay, renting the Windows 10 operating system. So renting the software, that is software as a service. Renting the operating system, that is called as platform as a service. This is the second area. And here is the third area we're going to discuss now. So here is the one, the same project. So Windows 10 is there, but the client is telling us, hey, 2 gigahertz, 256, come on man, I need a high-end server. Just check this one in this particular infrastructure. I don't want to buy this kind of a big computer, man. I don't want to invest that much costly. It's really costly. I don't want to invest that much server. In that case, I can rent a server with this particular power. I can rent the server itself. So renting the computers or servers, that is called as infrastructure as a service. So these are the major cloud computing types which I discussed now to you. Okay, so here is a consolidated information I want to share you. If we talk about the cloud computing types, the traditional servers will be having the server, operating system, software, everything. You need to buy it. You need to buy it. It's a costly one. Maintenance is tough and everything is tough. Over here you got an infrastructure as a service where you will be renting the server. Okay, so over here you can go with the platform as a service where you'll be renting the operating system. Over here you are able to rent your software where you can software as a service where you can rent your software. Okay, so the advantage of infrastructure as a service is you are able to install any OS. So any OS, any software, no one is going to ask you. The computer is yours. Over here the operating system is yours. You can put any software. And over here your software is ready. You can use it as much as you can. This is how the cloud computing types are, and this is trending, people. So learn cloud computing and IoT, you will be getting job for sure. Okay, let's move on to the hacking area, sir. So cloud computing, what is the cloud hacking happening, sir? 6 ways of insider attack is there. The company employee will be hacking. The company employee is a problem for the companies. So we are going to talk about the insider attack. So 6 ways of insider. 24/7 access to sensitive data. Don't give access to 24/7 to the sensitive data, man. All the passwords, all a user's details and everything. Don't give it, everything. Whenever you want, use it. The rest of them you should not use it. So such kind of restriction you can do it. So you can audit it and you can set that access time. This is very, very important. And the second thing is the second ways is poor identity access management. Venkat is there. He's not an admin, but given access for admin. Come on, man. He's not an admin, man. So we should be really careful to whom we need to give it. And apart from that, creating 2-factor authentication, 3-factor authentication. So log in your password and you should have a fingerprint and you should have your OTP, multi-factors. So such kind of things will be very much useful to secure your cloud. And poor employees offboarding process, not explaining everything to them, and just once the employee is coming here, we should train them, man. We are not training it. And apart from the angry leavers, the people are they will be angry on the company and they will left and they will do a lot of mischievous activities. Very, very important. You should be really careful on that. The fourth way is untrained employees and human error. Obviously the employees are not trained to handle the systems, to handle the passwords, to create the passwords, to maintain it. So such kind of things we should be really careful and we should train them. Accidental sensitive of data exposure. And this is very, very important, where somehow you'll be having for example, I got the log files and one of my project is there. Over there you got the log files. So in the log files we got the passwords, everything is there. Okay, this is how somewhere without knowing that passwords will be extracted. So we should be really careful. We should monitor it. And finally, employee bribery, giving money to the employees and collecting some information. That is the worst way, people. Okay, so we should avoid these things. Maintaining a healthy way of company environment is really important, and this will avoid this kind of hacking. Till now we have seen about the insider threat. Let's talk about the outsider threat. Let's move on. So outsider threats in the sense the outside people will be attacking. So what kind of threats is there? The password hacking. So the people will try to hack your passwords, okay, via social engineering or somehow by calling you, so checking your notepads or something like that, by sending your fake links or something like that. They'll try to hack your password, so you should be really careful. If the cloud password is gone, it's gone. Ransomware, this is the worst way of spreading the viruses. If the cloud servers are attacked with the ransomware, it's gone, people. Your entire data is encrypted and no one can help you on that. So you should be really careful. So the data is encrypted, and if you want to decrypt it, they will ask money to you. This is the biggest problem you will face. Ransomware attack on the cloud servers, cloud account hijacking, obviously. So getting the informations about the cloud data or something like that is very, very confidential. You should be really careful in maintaining the passwords and everything. Phishing attack. Instead of your AWS page, they will create a fake page and show you that this is AWS. So showing the fake page gather some information about your personal details. They will try to enter into the system. So you should be really careful, people. So phishing attacks is one of the worst attacks they will try to do it. And this is the fifth way, spyware. They will put your viruses or like a spyware in your computers, and obviously you will be like a monitor. Your computers are monitored. Whatever things password you're typing, everything is monitored. So you should be really careful with the spywares and everything. So spyware is the first and major attacks that people will try to do is to take your data. Domain-wide spoofing. So obviously, like they will try to create a fake domains. Via the fake domains, they will try to access your computers. Okay, so you should be really careful with this domain-wide spoofing. Anyway, like these are the ways of attacking it. So if you want to learn more about it, just go to my link wikidigi.com/tutorials/ethical hacking. So I have written a personal superb article on cloud hacking. Just scroll down. You are able to see cloud hacking here. So just click it. You'll be getting lots of information about cloud hacking and what are the methods to protect it, and you got a lot of information. Just go to this. I'll put this link, put this one in the link and all in the description and also in the first comment. Just go and watch it and learn as much as you can. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the cyber security entry questions. I've written a lot of articles on cyber security. We are going to talk about those things in my website. Let's move on. So it's my website. Just go to interview here. So on clicking the interview, like probably I'll go to my cyber security area. So over here, this is my cyber security area. So it's trying to load. So it is getting loaded. Just hold on a minute. Yeah, it is getting loaded. So like yes, I got my cyber security here. On clicking this one, like you are able to see the cyber security questions here. So like the first question is like, what are the common types of cyber security attacks? Okay, so cyber security attacks in the sense there are three areas of attacks will happen. So if we talk about the hackers, they will attack in the client side, they will attack in the server side, or they will attack in the database side. Client side in the sense like once the user is there and is trying to access his gmail.com, they will try to access his passwords. So that is the client side attack. And over here the server side attack is like, okay, they will try to inject a script in the server area. They will try to inject the scripts in the server. That is the server side, and fetching the data from the databases, accessing some information from the tables from the databases. That is your database. So you got the client side, you got the server side, and you got the like it may be in the database area. Over here you are able to see malware. So malware is a viruses. It is injected into the website, and it can be a cross-site scripting, injecting a script in the client side or the server side. Denial of service attack. So the service is provided by the server, attacking the server and restricting them to provide a service. Denial of service attack. Domain name system attack. Putting the website name, it is written to some other website, man. Such kind of attacks can be done. Man in the middle. A person in the middle grabbing the information, change it, fabricate and sending to the destination. And getting this information, fabricate it, taking it here. So hacking someone's data or fabricating or representing such like a genuine person. So such kind of attacks can be done by this man in the middle. SQL injection attack, attacking the databases, checking the weakness of the database and attacking it. Phishing, creating a fake website. Session hijacking, instead of a token, session is nothing but the token between the user and the server. Hijacking the token, I can get the information. Brute force attack, randomly generating password and attacking it. That's how the attacks will be. Okay, this is how the common types of attacks. Let's move on to difference between the vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Testing your website or an application, okay, to check out what are the possibility of vulnerabilities available. and fixing it, as giving a suggestion, that is called as penetration testing. And assessing the possibility of vulnerability available, that is called as vulnerability assessment. So vulnerability assessment is part of penetration testing. Okay? Yes. Let's move on to the next question. What do you mean by honeypots? Sir, my server is there, sir. The server is getting attacked. Replicate the server, a duplicate server kind of. So using this kind of server, the attacker will be attacking this kind of server, the duplicate server. This will understand the type of attack and may train the server so that the actual attacker, if he attacks, it won't work. So honeypot server is a kind of mock server which will have the capability of training itself for the attacks and training the servers. Okay, identifying the vulnerabilities and everything. That is called as honeypot server. And the next one we are going to talk about the botnet. Botnet is a very powerful attack. Using botnet, what you will do is like, I got a website. Using this, I got the website. I want to grab all the information from the website. I create a botnet program. This botnet program will try to read all the website, artificially grabbing the information. So stealing the data, sending spams and everything can be done with this botnet. Automatic program to do something. What are the benefits of cyber security? Benefits of cyber security in the sense, very simple people. Obviously, securing your system, securing your networks, and ensuring your data is not gone. So everything, maintaining the regulatory compliances, end users and endpoint devices, everything comes into the benefits of cyber security. If we talk about cyber security, the one thing you should learn is securing the system can be done by two people. The one is the ethical hacker, the other one is cyber security people. So ethical hacker will be like an unofficial employee. He's not a formal employee taking care of securing the system, and he'll be getting recognition. And cyber security is an official employee getting recognition. Okay, so official employee is an unofficial employee, both will take care of securing the system. That is the benefits of cyber security. What is a firewall, sir? Firewall is a kind of a program, okay, that will restrict the inflow and outflow of packets in the internet world, in the networks. Sir, I got a Wi-Fi campus in my college, sir. My Facebook is not working. My YouTube is not working because it is restricted. The firewall program is used to restrict a particular website. That is called as firewall. Let's move on to, this is the firewall. What is a firewall? So you got the definitions and everything here. So please check it out. Now let's move on to what is the difference between the threat, vulnerability and a risk. Threat is nothing but, both three are little bit same. So threat is nothing but, it is a huge a problem for the system. So huge problem for the system. Okay, threat is like an official huge problem for the system. Vulnerability is a lesser impact than the threat, but the possibility of threat can be done via this vulnerability. And here is the risk. If we are taking this risk, this threat via the vulnerability, it will attack it. Okay, so this is how, so risk in the sense like we know there is a problem and I understand and I'm accepting for that one. That is termed as risk. This is how your difference between a very important interview question. So threat, vulnerability and risk. Let's talk about the CIA triad. What is CIA, sir? So every cyber security specialist must ensure their application is a CIA based one. What is a CIA, sir? Confidentiality. The data which is there should not go out. Integrity. The data which is available cannot be changed by anyone. And availability. It is available for forever to the people. So this is how your CIA will be. And over here we got what is your IDS and IPS, intrusion detection system. Okay, a cyber security specialist should be specialized in identifying if there is an intrusion, you need to detect it. You need the tools and you need the program to detect it. And intrusion prevention system, when the intrusion is happening, I need to prevent it. So that is how the intrusion detection and intrusion prevention system works. So IDS and IPS. And the final one is like symmetric and asymmetric encryption. If I got the data and someone should not recognize it, in that case I will be encrypting it. So a plain data to a ciphertext, and ciphertext to the plain text, that is called decryption. The encryption and decryption is happening. Okay, over here. Okay, so like if I need a key to encrypt this data to this format, and if the key is same key is used in both end, that is called symmetric encryption. If I'm using one key over here and there is another key over here, it is called as asymmetric encryption algorithms. Okay, this is how your questions are, and we got a lot of questions to go on. Just click it here and you can learn lots of questions are given here. Just learn it and get an idea and clear your interview. And if you got any questions, just post it in the comments. I'm ready to help you for that. Thank you.